Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Pointless Top 10, a show where we make top 10 lists out of pointless things, where we fly by a pointless statue in Booty Bay, because inside pointless things are treasure. Let's begin. 10. Number 10 is Crunchy, and Crunchy is the baby crocolisk located at the Nessingwary base camp in Sholazar Basin, and Crunchy is also the pet of Dabar, who is the quest giver at the Nessingwary base camp that gives you quests to kill crocodiles, so that's kind of messed up. The quest giver that's giving you quests to kill crocodiles has a pet baby crocodile, like, I don't know, there's something weird happening there. One funny thing about Crunchy is that if you're doing the quest where you have to shoot the apple off of the gnome's head, sometimes you'll miss and hit a bird, and then Crunchy will come over and grab and eat the bird. So, I mean, it makes sense, he's a crocodile, but that's pretty much it. He's just a small pet baby crocodile that sometimes eats birds. But I like him, and that's why he's number 10. 9. Number 9 are the Snapjaw Crocolisks, and I wanted to put these on the list because I always remember doing the Stranglethorn quest where you have to kill a bunch of Snapjaw Crocolisks, and there's different types of them. Some are like smaller and bigger or whatever, but I always liked the way they look. I thought they looked the most similar to real-life crocodiles, which, by the way, I wanted to share some crocodile facts. A crocodile's jaws can apply 5,000 pounds of pressure per square inch, which is the strongest bite of any animal in the world. However, their jaw opening muscles are extremely weak, and you can hold them shut with your bare hands or a rubber band, although I probably wouldn't try that. And an easy way to tell the difference between a crocodile and an alligator is when a crocodile closes its mouth, all its teeth are visible, but with an alligator, only the top teeth are visible and the lower teeth are not visible. And maybe the craziest one, larger crocodiles can go for over a year without eating a meal because a crocodile's metabolism is super efficient, using and storing nearly the entirety of the food it consumes. So there we go, and that's why the saltwater crocolisks, whoa, look at him go, he's doing flips, are number 9. 8. Number 8 are the engorged crocolisks located at Lake Titicaca, which is a reference to Lake Titicaca, which I referenced in Pointless Top 10 Lakes in World of Warcraft, but this is one of the lakes that the Hosen often fish at to get, well, fish. But during certain seasons of the year, crocolisks claim the lake as a home and feed upon the Hosen that get too close. And then, as you can imagine, the engorged crocolisks have eaten the Hosen, and when you kill these crocolisks, Hosen will appear. And that led me to be like, do real-life crocodiles just swallow everything whole? And it turns out, for the most part, they swallow a bunch of things whole. There's like small animals, they've swallowed people, they've swallowed, like, I saw one swallowed a zebra. Like, dude, the crocodiles are crazy. Especially this crocolisk that's just swimming into a rock. I don't know what he's doing, but he's definitely crazy. And that's why the engorged crocolisks are number 8. 7. Number 7 is Gosh Haldir, and Gosh Haldir is a mid-sized crocolisk found in the southern part of the loch in the Loch Modan, and is also the brood mother of the crocolisks that are found there. And I can't help but every time that I see Gosh Haldir to think of Goofy being like, Gosh Haldir. I don't know why, it's the Gosh. The Gosh just gets me, and I just think of Goofy, but Gosh Haldir is actually one of 2 crocolisks in the game to have a title, one of which might be on the list a little later in the video. And if you kill Gosh Haldir, you actually have a chance of getting the Loch Croc Hide Vest, which is a fantastic play on words. And it previously dropped in the Crate of Salvage and Big Crate of Salvage, which was removed in Cataclysm, then re-added in Salvage Crates. Then the Salvage Crates were removed, and now in Dragonflight, they once again dropped from Gosh Haldir. So I don't know why these have been like such a controversial thing. They're just like, get rid of the Salvage Crates, get rid of that Loch Croc Hide Vest. We cannot have that in the game. And they're like, you know what? Never mind, bring it back, bring it back. But whatever the case is, it's in the game now. So that's why Gosh Haldir is number 7. 6. Number 6 are the Dreadmaw Crocolisks, and these are the crocolisks found in the river that separates Durotar and the Barrens. And the reason I love these crocolisks is because this is where I got Crocky, my pet crocodile, way back in like 2005, which is the pet that Billy had from my old Machinima series. So I remember looking for a pet because I was an orc hunter running around, and they had boars and they had scorpions and they had, you know, everything. And I was like, you know what? I want a crocodile because I always like crocodiles. And so I went over and I tamed a crocodile, and it was pretty rare to find other players with crocodile pets back then. I don't know how many people have them now, but back then, I don't know if it's like because of min-maxing or whatever it might be, but I was just like, I don't even care about stats. I just want a crocodile pet, and so I got Crocky here, and now he's a staple character in the Wowcrendor database. I don't know what else to call it. And he's a plushie. Everybody got their Crocky plushies. Thank you very much if you got one. Yeah, that's pretty much it. These crocodiles just look the same as some of the other crocodiles we looked at, specifically the saltwater Crocolisks, but that's fine because they're nostalgic, so that's why they're number 6. 5. Number 5 is Mahamba, and Mahamba is the Crocolisk that I mentioned earlier that is the other Crocolisk with a title, and its title is the Water Spirit, and it is a large Crocolisk rare mob located on the east shore of Lake Nosferiti in northern Stranglethorn. They are one of 3 totemic spirits worshipped by the Bloodscalp tribe, whose members carry idols of the Water Spirit in the form of small Crocolisk leather dolls. The other 2 Bloodscalp spirits are Pagayan, who is the Fire Mountain Lion, and Sul Kalu, who is the Earth Gorilla. And that's right, he's from Pointless Top 10 Gorillas, you may remember. Unless you haven't seen Pointless Top 10 Gorillas, in which case, you should go watch it after this. But Mahamba is the largest Crocolisk in Stranglethorn and is slightly larger than most Crocolisks in the game. And he's also a reference to Mahamba, a lake monster from the Democratic Republic of Congo that resembles a giant crocodile. I also just think he looks cool. He's got like a silvery blue body with really blue eyes and then like greenish yellow scales. I just think he looks pretty neat. Although I don't know what he's doing with that Crocolisk right there. Dude, Mahamba, what are you doing? Either way, Mahamba is number 5. 4. Number 4 is Horror Jaw, and Horror Jaw is one of the biggest and deadliest Crocolisks found in the wetlands, and James Halloran wants his hide so that he can buy a new house for his family to dwell in. In his quest hunting Horror Jaw, he says, "I've been tempted to go after the big kill, the largest Crocolisk out there, Horror Jaw. His hide alone would be enough to get my family out of this hole. But I'm no fool. One mistake and I could lose a leg or my life. And then where would my wife and kids be? Still homeless and without a father to care for them. Please help me find Horror Jaw." But here's the thing. I think Horror Jaw is pretty cool. He's got this like whitish reddish skin and he's got red eyes and he's just swimming around. Like, I think he's pretty cool. And one of his abilities is called Bad Attitude, where he snaps back and damages at any target that strikes you for the next 45 seconds. So he's got a bad attitude and he's not afraid to use it. And he's got a cool name. So that's why Horror Jaw is number 4. 3. Number 3 is Lockmaw, and Lockmaw is the 3rd and optional boss in the Lost City of the Tolvir dungeon. He is a joint encounter with the Pygmy Chieftain Augh, A-U-G-H, I don't know how to say that, who is also a separate boss on the heroic difficulty. I also really love all the little crocodile statues around here. There's like some obsidian ones, there's like some stone ones, there's just a lot of really cool crocodile statues. I love those. And I decided to put Lockmaw at number 3 because there's not many crocodile raid bosses in the game, number 1. And number 2, I think he does have a cool color scheme. He's got like some purplish reddish feet and purple fins. They almost look like onyxia colored fins, although maybe I'm reaching a bit. He's got the red eyes, and I don't know, I think he looks pretty cool. And so from those factors of cool statues in the area, being a raid boss, and looking pretty cool, that's why Lockmaw is number 3. 2. Number 2 is the Cold Bite Matriarch, and the Cold Bite Matriarch is awesome because of how it looks, pretty much. I'm sure it doesn't feel very good, but it is corrupted by the Shah. And you can see here, it is a corrupted Crocolisk type of thing, which I think is one of the coolest looking Crocolisks in the game. And one of the parts that sucks is that if you try to tame this Crocolisk, it actually doesn't look like this. It'll go back to being a normal Crocolisk because I guess it's not really corrupted by the Shah energies anymore. I don't know, but I wish we had a Crocolisk that looked like this. Like, this would be an awesome pet to have. There's even the little baby Crocolisks that are corrupted. Why don't we have baby Crocolisks corrupted by the Shah? Even though I'm sure they're going through a lot of pain and anguish or something, but they look pretty cool. But I wanted to put these on the list because, number 1, I never really put many things from the Dread Waste on this list. I think there's actually been 1 or 2 things, like a bridge or something, but I really love how unique these Crocolisks are. Like, there is nothing else like them in the game, even if it is because they are corrupted. So that's why the Cold Bite Matriarchs are number 2. 1. And number 1 is Chomps, and Chomps is a baby Crocolisk that's located in the lower city part of Shatrath City, and he chases around a bunch of unattackable chickens in circles. And that's really it. He just chases chickens in circles. You might be like, Crendor, how is this number 1? Well, I like it. To me, this is what I love in World of Warcraft, where I'm just like going around places. Like, I was just looking for crocodiles and I ended up being in Shatrath, and I went down here and I was like, this guy's just chasing chickens around in circles. This is awesome. And like, It's just, to me, it's just so goofy to see this, especially in Shattrath City, and I've never really paid attention to this before, so I was like, man, this is a perfect pointless top 10 thing, and I was like, you know what? This might be the pointless top 10 thing, and it is, and that's why Chomps is number 1. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this episode of Pointless Top 10. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also, if you want to go see some more Pointless Top 10s, you can go check out Gorillas. I mentioned that earlier in the video. Or I also mentioned Lakes. You can go check that out as well. Also, consider supporting the channel over on patreon.com/Crendor or by becoming a channel member. Okay? Okay. See ya.